Hello, and welcome to this 10th video on using Blender for video editing. So far we've covered off a lot of the basics, and before we move on to more interesting things like transitioning between video clips, we need to talk about channels. So we've seen them already. They are in your sequencer. You can see it's these different rows that you can drop your strips in. And if you've worked with image editors before, like Photoshop, then you're used to the idea of layers, and it's pretty much the same thing here, where the end result of what we do is going to be seen kind of top down. To give you an example, instead of doing it in Blender, I'm going to show you something on paper. So here we go. We're going to switch over to this example I have here. Alright, so in this example, I've got three different images. The first is a plain piece of paper that acts as our background. On top of that will be a small image. I have it inside of this clear plastic so I can move it around easily. And then on top of that, a third image, again inside of plastic. And you can see I'm layering them on, and what's on top obstructs our view of what's underneath. And I can easily move these different layers as I please, or in sync if I wanted to. Okay, so that's it for the paper demo, and I hope that makes things clear, pun intended. So the one thing I want to point out now is that what we talked about only applies to video elements. So, image strips, video strips, scenes that have strips. Audio is not impacted by this, and that will be a separate discussion. But anyway, that's the introduction to channels, and now we're ready to start working with channels. And next up is going to be transitions. Okay, that's it for now. See you soon.